guys, welcome to the second part of this week's Coffin Hero Show, where we take you through the new single issue releases into the store this week. All pull lists are of course done, organised, bagged and boarded, painstakingly done over the course of a couple of days. There were a few more pull lists we had to pull out and just distribute into the store again. I've mentioned it before, but just this year we'll be operating sort of a 2-month policy. After a couple of months, if things haven't been picked up, we're just going to have to put them out. We had one that hadn't been picked up since March, but it was someone who'd been coming to us for 5 years. We had one that hadn't been picked up since July. We had one that hadn't been picked up since September. We just need to be stricter on it, so silly. But yeah, just to take you through single issue wise this week. So just a couple of variants here to take you through. Not an awful lot this week, it has to be said. First of all, you have a variant for Daredevil number 5, which is the Greg and Tim Hildebrandt Marvel Masterpieces 3 range. We had Kingpin in last week from a certain series. This one is for Daredevil number 5. As well as that, we also have the Daredevil Gerald Perel 1-25 variant cover. So again, going out this week. And then the last one, this one surely attracted interest, and that is the Marvel Super Heroes Secret Wars. So Secret Wars is being reprinted this year to celebrate its 40th anniversary. And basically they're going to do facsimiles one every month for the full 12 months of the year. 12 issue miniseries, 1 issue a month. They're going to be doing a normal facsimile and a foil covered facsimile. We have both in this week, as you will see. On the DC, not an awful lot of DC stuff this week as well. We got an email saying a few titles have been delayed. So things like Wonder Woman number 5, things like John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America. There were a couple bigger ones, which is a wee bit frustrating, but you know, it's what it is. So first of all, we've got a Green Lantern War Journal in this week, so issue 5 of that. Philip Kennedy Johnson continuing there. We have the latest issue of Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, as far as issue 4. Already read this. Action-packed fun, I have to say. One I've also already read is Nightwing 110, which was great. It is a Titans Beast sort of tie-in, but you can read it on its own as sort of a one-shot adventure, which is pretty cool. Plus it has one of the covers of the week. As well as Nightwing, there is new Superman this week, so Joshua Williamson continuing on this. Bruno Redondo is actually doing art on this now, who of course has been so well known for Nightwing. So issue 10 there. And then I believe we finish off DC with Titans number 7. Again, there's going to be a Titans Beast sort of tie-in. Again, I hope it's a one-shot story similar to what I was describing before for Nightwing. Moving on to the Marvel side of things. So first of all, we have Alien number 3 in this week. So continuing on with the mini-series from Declan Shelby and Andrea Broccardo there. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 42. So we're continuing on with Gang War. Always great to see John Romita Jr.'s name on the cover there. He's done all of Gang War, and I think it's been fantastic so far. Definitely one of the most anticipated books for me this week is Avengers Twilight. This is a new mini-series. It marks a return of Chip Zdarsky to Marvel to do a mini-series with art by Daniel Acuna and of course gorgeous Alex Ross variant covers. So that's a brand new number 1 this week. We've got Black Panther number 8 this week, so Eve Ewing continuing on with the Black Panther run. One that's definitely going to prove popular this week, I think, is Cable. So a brand new number 1 being written by Fabian Nicieza. You have Scott Eaton on this as well. Corey Smith ties into the fall of the House of X with that one. We have Daredevil number 5. This will be a starting point for new readers, this one. Start of a brand new story arc. So Saladin Ahmed continuing on this. Great JR cover there again with Daredevil and She-Hulk having somewhat of a disagreement. Speaking of Alex Ross covers, Fantastic Four is this week. So Fantastic Four as far as issue 16 now with the Rand North led Fantastic Four. We have Guardians of the Galaxy number 10 this week. This is the last single issue from Colin Kelly, Jackson Lansing and Kev Walker's run. There will be an annual that follows this though that is going to conclude the entire storyline. We have Invincible Iron Man this week, so up as far as issue 14. Jerry Dugan continuing on this. We have a new series that ties into Gang War called Jackpot. So Mary Jane becomes a superhero at last. But yeah, brand new number 1 for you to jump into there. We have issue 3 of Miguel O'Hara Spider-Man. I think we've still issue 2 on the racks there as well. So if you're late to this, I believe it's going to be released weekly and 5 issues in total. I've mentioned before about Marvel Super Heroes Secret Wars. So there's the traditional facsimile, if you prefer the classic colouring to the foil version. We have Star Wars Bounty Hunters, which this is the last issue of, the grand finale of. Lasted 42 issues, which is a lot more than I think a lot of people thought it would last. Not because of quality or anything, it just smacked of sort of mini-series. Star Wars High Republic is this week as well, so issue 3, Kevin Scott continuing to expand the High Republic universe. We have Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi number 4, so again continuing on with the adaptation of the television show. We have White Widow number 3, so Sarah Gailey continuing on with the Yelena title, White Widow. And Marvel we finish off then with X-Men number 30. So Jerry Dugan, Phil Noto on that. On to the indie side of things, there's a couple of big releases this week, must be said. We have Cobra Commander, brand new number 1, part of the Energon universe. So Joshua Williamson writing this with Andrea Milana on art. Finally released in the UK after a couple of weeks delay is Conan the Barbarian number 6. So Jim Zub continuing to do the Lord's work on Conan. We have Creepshow issue 5 from the volume 2 run. So these can always be read on their own. They're always one-shot anthologies, 2 individual stories in each issue. So you don't even need to read them in order or anything like that, just enjoy the stories. Deviant is as far as issue 3. So James Tinney in the 4th, Joshua Hickson continuing on there with their holiday-themed, or Christmas holiday-themed horror. We have G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, where as far now as issue 303, which also is issue 3 since it moved over to Skybound and over to Image. A big one this week, and again one I've already read, and holy crap, it was great, is James Bond 007. Now the reason that it's so good is because of this little name right here. Garth Ennis is writing James Bond. This felt like a James Bond movie that hasn't been made yet. Incredibly cinematic. Bond at his most confident, ruthless. Great interactions with Money Penny and with M. Just really, really good stuff. Highly, highly recommend that one. We have the second issue of Our Bones Dust, which is from Ben Steinbeck, with Dave Stewart helping out on this one, so issue 2. We have a Rebel Moon tie-in series, for those of you who enjoyed the movie. I'm sure there are some of you out there. Art germ cover, House of the Blood Axe is the name of the series, with Magdalene Visaggio on writing duties there. We have a new Sonic the Hedgehog title, which is Sonic the Hedgehog Fang the Hunter, kicking off with a new number 1 there. 2 to finish off, we have Spawn Scorched, or as far as issue 25, believe it or not. McFarlane continues to pump these Spawn titles out. We finish off then with The Walking Dead Deluxe issue 81, so No Way Out part 2. So that is everything going on the racks for this week. As I say, pull lists are organised and ready for collection whenever it suits. Obviously I might be a bit up and down this week given that weather. It has been a rather miserable day today. We'll see how the rest of the week goes, but if you are venturing out, obviously wrap up warm, stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you in the store throughout the week, guys. Take it easy.